Alright, welcome to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Individual Experience. And so as I was getting off the bus, a woman sitting across from me, she wasn't getting off. I guess what she did. Same action my sister did, hold up the black umbrella in front of me. Like showing it to me, and I'm just like, wow. But this is what they do. This is how they engage in this sort of psyops, coercive persuasion. Again, you guys gotta excuse me, I'm walking a little slow here. Okay. Yeah. Hilarious. The reason why I say hilarious is that there was a Asian young female on a bike, and then she got close to me, just about to pass me, started looking up at the window of the building. So I was like, yeah, okay. That's what you call a super cult. All right. See? Only the religious organizations and those within the U.S. government engage in this sort of behavior, right? The use of civilian to engage in psychological warfare while they're committing covert warfare, in which the same civilian that they're using have no idea, have no clue about. And as much as evidence to show, as much as there's so much evidence to show that, particularly in the United States, the violation of particularly black people's rights, civil liberties, constitutional rights, human rights, right, and the atrocities committed by those of the Caucasian ethnic group against black people. Yeah, it's funny. I was reading about the U.S. seizing oil from an from Iran that was going to China, and I said to myself, what if the Chinese sanction U.S. companies? I think Apple, they hit Apple so severely to the loss of, I think, was it like $20 billion or something like that? And I said, that's what China needs to do. All right? I mean, listen, I live in the United States. I love America. I just hate the government. I just hate those within the government, I should say, who engage in this, my stick bigger than your stick, so you got to do what I say. As if other countries don't have a right to develop technology, particularly when the United States developing technology, developing weapons of mass destruction, okay? And they want to dictate to other countries that they should not be developing technology and they should not be developing weapons of mass destruction. When the United States have the most nuclear weapons of all countries, okay? And they're constantly developing weapons. In Africa, in Niger, the largest U.S. drone base in the world is in Niger. Okay? The U.S. training dead soldiers in Afghanistan and in Iraq, basically assassinating young Iraqi men, young Afghan men. Okay? Boys, actually. 19 years old. Executed. All right? So, the United States is not, and I was revert back to that interview with, was it Mike Wallace? It was Mike Wallace talking to Farrakhan, and Farrakhan said, it's okay, thank you. And Farrakhan says, the United States have no moral authority to condemn any country, right? Because even within its border, it is engaging in civil rights abuse, right? Unlawful killing of black people. Okay, but they're quick to pass laws to protect everybody else, except for black people. Like I said, their relationship to us, what Caucasian people, is one of a psychopathic, sociopathic nature. The reason why you don't see anti-black hate bill is because the vast majority of white Americans hate black people. This is why you will never see it. Okay? But you will see them pass an anti-hate Asian bill, right? Because Asians, they align themselves with white people. It's a divide and conquer tactic that they fall for. White people have export their concept of racism and superiority to even Asian people. Right? And I remind you now, these countries, the United States, France, Britain, all that, they don't even like the Chinese. Okay? They hamstring the Japanese, but now Japan it's became a world economic power. Right? And what did the American companies do? They took away American jobs and sent it to overseas, China, Vietnam, all these other places. Right? Basically destroying tens of millions of people's livelihood. So again, you know, when they want to play, like they want to dictate, this is about control. You have to understand their psychology. It's all about control, right? They try to control us as TIs in order to experiment on us and continue to use the technology, the implantation, to, you know, try to control us through BCI, brain-computer interface. Okay, like I said, so the United States, when they get up on that world stage and talk about the violation of human rights by other countries, you know what? I give them a middle finger. That's what I do. I stick a middle finger up at the television screen, up my computer screen, because I'm a victim of America's cruelty. Right? America's what they claim other countries are doing and condemning, they're doing this to other people here in the United States, including me. All right, so please. Okay? And then on top of that, the harm that they've done to you, then try to, you know, escape accountability. They want to escape accountability by silencing us and trying as TIs. Okay? And when we're on disability, using the fact that we're on disability as a threat to try to take away our disability if you continue to expose, or if you expose what is just being done. Yeah. How is that for a moral country? All right, so come on, get the fuck out of here. Anyhow, I'll talk to you guys in another video.